Coming at you from the Steel City, you're listening to Poor Man's Podcast, Pittsburgh's premier comedy podcast. Your weekly dose of humor, hosted by Chris Hopper and with a new special guest each week. And here's your host, Chris Hopper.
Woo! Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Poor Man's Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. Along with me, not as always, but I'm so happy to see her back here. We have the wonderful, the beautiful Shaylee, baby. Shay, how are you doing this evening?
Fantastic.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Dustin. Thank you. And if you recognize that clap, the guy with the clap is Dustin Dowling, ladies and gentlemen. Dustin, yay! Oh, shit, wrong one. There we go.
Audience always seems to hate me.
The laugh is appropriate.
No, the laugh is, yeah, the laugh is a good thing.
Okay, cool.
I just wanted to hear the laugh at the end. I don't think I've ever heard that entire clip to the end. The extra laughing at the end really
The one
makes
little
it.
solo laugh at the end.
But here we are live at 565 Live in Bellevue. Definitely stop down. They have open mic comedy on Thursdays. Apparently birthday parties on Thursday too, Dustin, right?
Yeah, apparently they have birthday parties on Thursday too.
I guess Dustin came down for an open mic the other day, and it was birthday themed, I guess.
Yeah, but it was worth it because I met comedian Derek Minto outside.
Yeah.
As I was walking away, he literally yelled, "Dustin Dowling?"
Oh!
And I turned around and I was like, "Hey, Derek!" And immediate hug. So I got a hug and I haven't had a hug in a while.
Well, there you go. It was all worth the drive.
It was worth it for that hug.
Well, yeah, we have open mic comedy. 565 has open mic comedy on Thursdays. They have live music on Friday and Saturday. Definitely stop down. Super cool vibe, super cool bar. The people that work here are awesome. Check out 565 Grill upstairs as well. Shay,
Yes, sir.
we're gonna hit that rundown. Look at us with the sounds. Also, I'm on the board and the video and everything else, so bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching the live feed, which I should have up momentarily here. But like I said, we're here at 565. Shay,
Yes, sir.
you've had quite a week, haven't you?
Oh, good. I've had a couple 2 weeks, quite a couple 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's
Since
been
November
rough.
16th. Yeah, it's been hell.
I before we get into all of our stuff, I want everybody to know the plight you've gone through for the last month.
Okay, briefly.
Yes.
November 16th, 11:30 at night, my car was parked outside my house illegally. And a very young, recently 18, not licensed driver smashed into the back of my car, knocked me up onto the sidewalk. So after that happened, I thought everything was good. Got it towed. Well, the police towed it to the local tow place. Then my insurance denied any coverage. His insurance has Pennsylvania state minimum of only $5,000. The adjuster came and deemed it completely totaled. So to fix it's $20,000. It's worth $22,000, but it's totaled if it's over 70. If it takes more than 70% for it to be fixed. So no one's paying for it. No one's covering the car at all.
Yeah, so just the Cliff Notes version for everybody. Shay was parked outside of her house legally. Some guy came flying down the street, wrecked into her car, and now Shay's out what?
I'm out technically $14,000.
There you go. That's what you get for parking in front of your house, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, out $14,000. So I'm still currently paying insurance and my car note on a car that I don't have that's totaled because of somebody else. And every insurance party involved has completely fucked me over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Oh, bah humbug.
Yeah.
And I can't get a lawyer to cover it, like to help because I'm not injured. So they're like, "Oh, you weren't hurt? You weren't in the car?" I'm like, no.
Yeah.
was
The
inside.
whole thing
You're like,
seems...
nah.
I feel like there should be like and I realized, I don't know the fine print of the policies, but like if somebody wrecks into your car, it feels like it should be more on them.
Yeah.
And like you said, you're getting charged for having your car in a lot or in a
Oh
tow
yeah,
yard
so
and
obviously
shit.
it had to get towed. Like the ambulance came, police came because they had to the fire truck. I mean the fire department, they came because they had to clean up the road because it was like completely destroyed. So obviously they had to have it towed. So like I didn't opt in to have it towed. They had to have it towed off of the sidewalk. And when the adjuster went to go look at my car, told them that I was getting some insurance money, which, as we've heard, is absolutely not shit. So now the tow bill is up to $3,000 just for having it sit there, not drivable.
That's so crazy. Just sitting outside of your house, and now you have that giant bill.
And that was $3,000 last Wednesday.
And then every day they just charge more and more and more.
Every day.
That's crazy
Including
how that
Sundays.
works. That's so crazy. That seems so shady.
Yeah, and then they won't release. I can't get the car out of the tow place to like stop the bills until they get paid. I can't get it out until I get a salvage title. I can't get a salvage title because I don't have the original title because I still owe $14,000 on the car.
Well, sounds like you're fucked, Shay.
It really sucks.
Hello.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, there you go.
And happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, it's a holiday
Fucking
season,
fantastic.
so I guess when it rains, it pours.
It's just
Shay.
like the time for giving.
I guess so.
You know, why not give you bills?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you have a plethora
I'm
now,
blessed.
so good for you, Shay. It sucks, dude. I don't understand any of that. I feel like there should be like a common sense thing where it's like you obviously had nothing to do with it. I feel like the insurance on the other side should probably have to
I completely
deal with that
agree.
more than you. Like you,
He didn't have a
literally
license. They didn't search him. He was with 2 other kids he supposedly just met that day. He lives in New Kensington. Mind you, this is in New Brighton.
Yeah,
So he's
it's a
like,
hike, man.
right. You didn't think to search his car or any of the book bags that all of these
I think
underage
the heroin
kids
in
had?
New Brighton's better.
I mean, I would assume so. When you drive like an hour for it, I would.
Hey, man, that's why you go to
Hey.
Beaver County, I guess.
For fuck's sake.
But Shay, I'm sorry to have to hear about all that. That sucks. Hopefully everything works out. That's why I wanted to mention it, man. Maybe there's a lawyer listening. Maybe there's something that somebody can help you, man.
Definitely
Yeah.
sounds like you need a lawyer. Definitely sounds like we need to start drinking some beers.
I'm glad you said that, Dustin. I'm glad Dustin spoke up so we can get back on topic a little bit because Shay, I feel like that's so bad and I felt like you needed to tell everybody a little bit because we haven't seen you for a month now.
Yeah,
last time we saw you was the last time Dustin was in here.
I know. Cheers to
That's
that.
crazy. Oh, all right.
We had Talking
Don't get,
Tech with Dustin Dowling, the TT with the DD, and we have it again tonight.
Good.
Yeah, there we go. I'm a pro now. I'm a pro now, Dustin. We're going to do that. He has the best tech kind of holiday gifts, right?
Yeah. We can have a conversation
Yeah.
about it. I got some things to talk about. Yeah.
There's a few things we want to talk about. I definitely want to talk about that. We have guest comedian Zach Funk later tonight. I'm excited to talk to him. We have stuff to do in Pittsburgh with the Weekend Guy. They always have really great stuff. I think Britt is doing it this week. And as Dustin was alluding to, we have Beers of the Week. Dustin, this month that we're seeing you, I have the Aurochs again because last month it slipped my mind that you and gluten don't get along.
Well, I don't
super.
know if it's gluten. That's
Oh,
the
really?
problem. But I am positive that I'm allergic to most beers. I just know
Okay.
it's like the cheap beers. It's like Coors or Miller Lite.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bunch of other beers too. And so I usually stick to Yingling. So I think you had a lager last time that I don't think bugged me. So far, I drank half of this, and it has not bugged me.
Oh,
yet,
good.
so.
Well, yeah. Well, that is gluten free. So
'Cause
maybe
I'm gonna
maybe
come
it
in
is.
here and figure out if I'm going to be allergic or not is like half the show.
Yeah,
So one
well-
time you're going to cut to me, I'm just going to be like,
I feel like the first time you told me, and then the second time, I probably should have remembered, but I didn't. And then we gave you a beer, and like you were like 3/4 of
was-
the way through, and you're like, I hope I don't, my
hope I
throat
don't
doesn't swell
die,
up.
You know?
Yeah. But we're all good now. We're happy to see. We'll discuss that in 1 second. I just want to touch on a couple more things. I lost a bet, so I have to shout out to Daquan and Austin. I lost in darts again, so I told them I would shout them out last week. I forgot that. So yet again, here you are, Dustin and
Daquan.
Daquan. I said Daquan and Austin, and it worked out to be Dustin.
Clever.
No, like that's genuinely what it was.
Don't mistake Daquan's name. I obsess over him.
Yeah. Okay.
We all know that.
I apologize. DQ.
Thank you.
I'll just go with that for now on.
There you go.
Some other news I wanted to touch on today. Today is the anniversary of Prohibition being lifted on December 5th, Dustin. So let's raise one of that, Shay. Do you have your
Getting
bottle of
sound
Fireball
effects
over
of
there?
drinking.
No, I don't. Fuck
You were going to say yes. I was
no.
so ready to take one.
I know, Shay. Well, we were going to do that for the second half.
I can literally see it. I'll grab it.
Go grab it then. I mean,
I'll
you
go grab
don't
it.
actually have to. And then,
Grab it.
a couple other things.
grab it.
Dustin, maybe you can touch on this. Matt Light has his Ugly Sweater show coming up. That is now sold out.
Yes.
Okay. However, I have 2 tickets from Poor Man's Podcast that we're giving away in the next week. So everybody listening, Follow us on Instagram. Follow on social media to find out how you can win those tickets. And I think we're going to do like a secret word for next week. I'm going to have Matt come up with a word. Shay already assumed it was hammer. So we'll see what it is. I second that. I assumed it was, but we'll find out. I'm going to have Matt just pick a word. And next week we'll give away some tickets for his ugly sweater party.
That's sweet. Are you going?
I can't. That's why I got the tickets. I wanted to support the show. They have Natalie Moses. I had her on last week. Mike Zidell, who's always absolutely hilarious. Where's the sound drop from him?
Yeah. You got a little, Zidell.
Oh, dude, Zidell. I hope I have his. Oh fuck! I don't have it on here.
By the way, I'm just gonna start burping into the mic.
No, go for it.
It's way better.
But no, listen for that. We're gonna give away 2 tickets for the show at the Improv on December 16th, I believe. And then the last thing I want to touch on, if you're watching it, you can see on the bottom we have this turtle, or excuse me, this tortoise. Dustin, do you know who this tortoise is from looking at him?
I just know it looks like it's about to eat Matt Light.
Yeah.
So, but that's the only thing, it looks like Matt's feeding it,
That's Jonathan the tortoise. Okay. Jonathan the tortoise is 190 years old. He is the oldest.
Oh, this is for real?
Yeah, this is for real.
This is not like a Getty image or
something.
No.
Okay. This is a for real thing. He just had his 190th birthday.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I was looking. Speculation. They don't know the exact date, but they're thinking he was born in 1832. Do you know how freaking old? There have been, I looked it up, there have been 40 presidents since then. When this turtle was born, or tortoise, excuse me if any tortoises are listening.
Yeah, it'll be offended.
I don't want to offend anybody, but
don't want to offend any tortoises.
When Jonathan was born, it was Andrew Jackson, the 7th president, was in office. There were only 24 states in the Union when this tortoise was born. The Civil War, he was 29 years old when the Civil War started. And he was 90 years old when Betty White was born. And I feel like that is a safe marker. Like, people know Betty White,
right.
She almost hit 100. She was a couple months short. Mm-hmm. It's almost the year anniversary, R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
But Betty White, this tortoise was 90 years old when Betty White was born. And he's thriving, man.
That's crazy.
Jonathan, 190 years old.
Is that his name?
Jonathan, yeah.
Oh my God.
Is it smart though? Can it do anything?
It can live.
Talk?
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, is it doing more than living?
I feel like the tortoise is the ideal animal for longevity because it's such a slow. I feel like they have a slow resting heartbeat.
But he's not a Ninja Turtle.
No,
he's not.
It's not Michelangelo.
We don't
He's
know.
not. He's not one of the.
He's been alive for 200 years.
Jonathan.
That's a long time.
I don't remember any artist Jonathan in ancient Italy or whatever.
I'm just saying we don't know what he was capable of whenever
he might have been. Have you ever seen
prime.
some of that animal art? They have like elephants step in paint and like step on canvases and stuff.
Did you ever see where an elephant actually uses trunk to paint?
Dude, elephants are incredible. Almost as smart as these crows, man.
I've seen that. So I think if it looks like an elephant, we would be more excited. This seems like just a boring old turtle that no one really cares about. That the only cool thing about him, he's old.
I care about
it. Do you know how old?
I'm sorry.
I don't think we respect. I don't think
I'm not respecting the old turtle.
I don't think we respect how old 190 years is, though.
As a living thing, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Right. It's still walking around. You're right.
Everything he's come across in life, and it didn't kill him. It's crazy.
Okay, that's cool to put it that way. You're right. Like, yeah. How many times has it almost died? How many times was John this close and he just popped in?
Where's he at now? Like, I'm assuming he wasn't always in somebody's care.
No.
Right?
I think Seychelles or something.
Okay, obviously.
I'm butchering it because I can't speak, but I think that's where he is right now.
This guy's probably been living in paradise for most of his life.
Oh, yeah.
Which would also be very cool.
190th birthday, though. That's crazy.
Well, good to him, I guess.
Look at how I'm frozen. Oh, I was frozen in a very awkward stance.
Yeah, the camera's all messed up. I got to check this. But Dustin, I'm gonna shoot to you real quick.
Oh shit.
We have the holiday seasons coming up. Okay, so we were gonna talk about some of the gifts to give. So what are some of your top ones? And I'm gonna fix my camera.
Okay, you're gonna walk away.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna put it on you. I'm right here. I'm gonna fix it all in real time. That's what happens when you have to host and produce.
Do you know how hard it is? It's not like I have to talk right into the. You actually have it left it on me in video. Oh my God, you are terrible. So right now I'm just gonna start off by saying Chris Hopper. possibly the worst podcast host to leave me. I do this already by myself. I was excited to come back. Like, you know what? I'm not producing. I can just have together. He's just gonna ask me the questions. I'll bounce. Be easy. Now you're forcing me to do all my.
Look, he's back before
Dustin,
that was
about
the
the
point.
gift.
Dustin, I have to applaud you.
Thank you.
That was great work, man. I understand exactly what you're doing. You killed it. Now, to get back to the original point before you bought time. Ladies and gentlemen, seriously, applause to Dustin for filling that void. But I'm genuinely interested. I do want to know some of the best tech gifts because I feel like those have to be some of the more popular gifts.
I don't know. Is that true? Like, what? Let's just start off by saying, what gift do you really want this year?
Peace. I don't know. I would like
As a physical gift. It's like something you would think is cool. Or Shay, if you can think of anything.
Oh, I can't think of shit. I asked my
When's
mom
the last
for,
time
like,
you
a
guys got
fucking
like something cool?
Snuggie.
Then a Snuggie. That was like a big thing.
But like
everyone
not a
was getting.
Snuggie, but it's like one of those like super ginormously
Yeah.
long, like fuzzy sweatshirts.
Yeah, I still see the
know what I
different ones.
mean?
I saw one that was cool. Now that you cut a hole in the middle of the blanket, so then you put your feet here, and you can pull your blanket there, and now you're just completely covered
up, and you can still use
get
all
up
your
and walk
extremities.
around and everything.
Yeah.
I know that's not as a techie thing to think
No,
about,
yeah,
but
that's what I
skill
want
wise.
because my office is cold as shit. And
I don't
turn
wait.
my
I don't
feet
understand
up.
this. So you put your legs through a blanket and then wrap it around you, and
that's
then you
like
just
a
have your
naked
legs
get up
hanging out.
shit.
Now
One.
you can get up and walk around and sit back down
and use your hands and
Yeah,
stuff
Yeah.
because
without
you-
it being like
you
draped this
basically went
way.
in like this way. through
But
the
are your
blanket.
legs covered when you stick them through?
Well, no, you can just
fold
throw-
it over
just fold
you.
them over. Shay knows what's going on.
Okay, yeah,
Once
I'd have
again,
to see
that's
that.
2
Yeah,
strikes,
I watched
man.
TikToks.
Yeah, God, I'm
One
trash.
more and I'm leaving this podcast. I'm telling you.
I guess we better hit on some of the tech stuff then, Dustin, before you walk out,
Well,
because
what I'm
that's
trying
really
to-
what we need to talk
What
about.
I was trying to say is, like, I think everyone's favorite, like, it's weird when you talk about tech because it's like phone, music, TV, and like that's kind of it in like different forms.
Okay.
And so to say like what's the best like top 10 gifts, like now it's always the same version of anything. So what I wanted to personally talk about was like how you set up your smart house. And right now the top 2 companies doing it is Amazon and Google.
Okay.
And Google, I think, bought out a company called Nest a couple of years ago, and they used to have all the cameras and stuff like that. And everyone knows what Amazon is, has the Fire Stick.
Right.
And then Alexa's basically plugged in and everything. Mm-hmm. I personally have gotten Google cameras and the Google thermometer, I think that was called Nest something. And because I like to play with it a lot, but it breaks a lot and it changes a lot. So I'm not sure if everyone has the patience like I do to do that. So I usually recommend the Amazon stuff.
Okay.
Which is Alexa.
I was gonna say over Alexa, but duh, it is Alexa. Yeah.
Yeah, over any of the
Are they
Google
essentially
things.
the same thing?
What do you mean?
The
like,
Google and the Amazon thing? Are they competing?
Yeah, they're 100%
yeah.
competing.
Okay.
Like, I don't really feel there's like an advantage. Like, I would give, I guess, a little bit of advantage to Google. They seem to be having more of the facial recognition stuff.
Yes.
And so, like, you're aware of who is coming in and out of your house. And, like, like if you hit the doorbell on my house, if I have you pre-programmed, it'd be like, Mom's at the door. Like, it will tell me that. I'm not sure if Amazon has that capability yet. But like I said, the problem is if you're playing with Google, one day you're going to find out something doesn't work, it's going to break, and you're going to get real frustrated because maybe you're not used to troubleshooting that kind of stuff.
Right.
But like, what would be interesting to you? Like, what you want in your house right now that you're like, man, I would like to have a camera, or I would like to have control
I would
over all my
I would
smart
always
TVs.
love another camera. I'd always love another camera, anything like that, maybe a microphone. Just I'm obsessed with things like that now. So I would honestly
Like
I would
full
say a camera.
surveillance of your neighborhood, right? Okay, is that a step too far?
No.
Well,
No.
just to get the crows around,
No.
man. Dustin, were you on when I was talking about crows?
Yes, that was on the episode, the crow episode.
That's how long we've been talking about
we
the
were talking
crow
about Rick
episode.
and-
That's every episode for the
But it was
last
also
month.
hilarious because literally the 3 days before I watched the Rick and Morty episode.
Oh, yeah,
which
right.
were crows, and I was like, "Is this from Rick and Morty?" So that was wild.
It just it solidified my thoughts on crows in general. But yeah, no, I would always want another camera. I always, tinker around at home with different things like what we're doing right now. If anyone's not watching on YouTube, definitely watch on YouTube and Facebook. But you can see Dustin filling time while I try to fix the cameras.
Yeah. So, but if you're really into,
I would like a
surveillance-
camera that doesn't cut out, Dustin.
Yeah, right. So
That's what I'd like.
If you want to get some good stuff and you want to get a variety of things, you probably want to go to bnhphoto.com and click on surveillance there.
Okay.
Because if you go to like Amazon straight up or you go to Google, they're like hiding their old products.
Okay.
Because they're buying out other companies, they're merging companies, and as soon as they do that, they like hide some of their stuff that like works and is like cheaper.
Okay.
And so resellers are like still have that product. So sometimes you don't always want to go direct to the source.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Little savings tip there.
Yeah,
What is a
definitely.
bummer about being all the good savings, all the stuff to do was like during Cyber Monday and Black Friday. Everything was like up to 50% off. So you're gonna pay a little bit more right now, but
Yeah.
you know.
Are there?
everyone wants those
You were
tech gifts.
talking about the cameras like at home. So if you wanted surveillance or whatever with let's say the doorbell or whatever. I mean, I'm gonna sound old for not knowing shit like this, but like you could get them so there's like 6 cameras in a pack or whatever. You don't have to buy them individually. A la carte
They
camera.
do have them in like I think 4-packs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And probably even bigger. Now there's a range of products to get. If you want to go old school and just kind of have it in your house by yourself
Yeah.
and you're running lines and you're recording by yourself, the advantage is with these the big companies. Everything's on the cloud. And since they're using facial recognition and sensors, they're really only collecting the data once it knows someone's in the area that you put. So
Okay.
it's not technically recording the entire time. It like notices you're there, records that, and then sends that to the cloud.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you were trying to do it yourself at home, you're just like burning through data, and you're not going to have enough hard drive
Yeah, you're just
space
gonna
for
have
that.
cameras going forever,
Yeah,
and then it's gonna eat up
it's
your
like
entire.
the old
yeah.
school days. You got a VHS tape. Like who really had a VHS tape running all the time?
Yeah.
The camera that I have inside my house is absolutely fantastic. Like it does exactly what he said. It records whenever it knows. Like if I'm not
It's
home,
like a motion sensor.
it
or
automatically
whatever.
starts recording when I'm not in my area. And then I have it so that it's set to start recording at 9:30 at night. So that like if something was to happen, somebody was to break in or something, I have it whether I'm home or not.
So
Wreck
that's
into
cool.
your
You
car.
got nice and custom just for that.
Yeah.
So I wish I had more. And when I first had the product, it did record constantly. And eventually, I think they figured out that it was costing them too much money. Hold on. Oh, this is the problem, though. I might not be allergic, but I get super gassy. I apologize.
Oh no, you're Shay's getting turned on. Keep going.
Absolutely.
But we can talk about some other products. I don't know. I think one of the
for people who aren't paranoid, what would
yeah,
you
for
recommend?
people who are not paranoid, I think this is going to be a big one. There's the digital air fryers out there.
What is it? Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay, explain that then.
So yeah, I know. So you know what an air fryer is, right? The
Absolutely.
new ones like that is like
I
you
know what an
have
air
to
fryer is
have
twice
it
a
in your
day.
house, right?
Yeah.
Like now it has changed leftovers to the end of time. Like it used to be, you could not take fries home, right?
Right.
You bring they're trash
Yes.
now. Dude, it's like a new restaurant in your house with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So of course, all the companies are coming out with like the newest and best anything, and I guess it really shouldn't be called an air fryer, but Ninja has a digital air fryer. It's
Okay.
basically an oven, and it's about like this big, so it's like 6 inches tall. So like cut your oven into like a fourth.
Did you say 6 inches?
I was
That was like 14 inches.
That was so
You need
many
more sound effects over there, huh? Oh wait, is that the right one?
That's what that being 6 inches means.
Just over 6
Yeah.
inches.
Yeah.
Basically, it's an oven. It's a very small oven that cooks in half the time.
Okay.
It's really what it is.
It's like a easy bake oven then.
Yeah, easy make, which is funny because that's kind of what it did, but of course, completely different technology.
So
and all that with
what's
light
the digital? You just type the
bulb. To be
temperature
honest,
you want?
It's the digital is the branding bull crap. You know, they just put all the buttons and doohickeys
4K
and stuff like that.
and, like, they'll just say it
well,
just so
4K
you buy
is an
it.
actual thing, but 5G that's like
Okay.
that's like some bullshit.
5G oven.
Yeah, like you say it's a 5G oven. You can
Yeah.
really say that. And
That's what I'm saying. You could add an extra $40 to the price because you say it's
Yeah.
4K 5G.
So- It is one of those things that probably have too many options, but the real benefit is it takes like 30 seconds to preheat. So in a regular oven's like maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. This takes
It's just that
30
much.
seconds.
That is
And if you lived in
huge.
like a studio apartment, you can fold it up and just plug it in. You don't have to have this huge space.
Yeah.
So
That I feel like most of what I eat, because I work in a restaurant, so I'm like around food all the time. So when I'm making food for myself, it's 100% out of just what's easy.
Oh,
I used to fry her all the time. I'll make chicken patties or whatever.
Oh,
just
it's
throw it in
crazy.
there.
Yeah.
Just forget about it for 20 minutes, and I'll go back, and it's
And
done.
it's so
It's-
good.
yeah.
It's like it's like I've
Right.
been
Yeah, yeah.
amazed by stuff that's been made in there. I'm like, this is like restaurant style food. Like now I'm throwing old pizza in the microwave in the morning, like Saturday morning
Yeah.
pizza. It's like it's okay. Now it's like a whole new world. You know, it's like I'm having dinner again somewhere else.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Life changing. That's such an American thing. It's just we want our food faster and better
Yep.
and worse.
We
for
want
less.
everything faster and better.
Yeah.
Where you need
Yep.
30-second video. 30 seconds is so long now. So you need 3-second videos and everything like that.
I don't even
Instant
want to put it in there.
gratification.
I just want to take it out the fridge and to be ready.
Yeah. I can't believe you even have to wait for it.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I have to recook. Disgusting.
So far we have surveillance cameras and ovens,
In
Dustin.
ovens.
Digital air fryers.
In
Oh
the-
yeah, air
digital
fryers.
air
Sorry.
fryers.
Is there anything else? Maybe okay. So those are more like practical. Is there like a fun gift you could recommend?
Well, the fun gift actually right now is this new app called Lenza.
Okay,
And
good.
if
I'm
you've been
glad
on
you're
the
touching about
internet.
that.
Yeah, you ready? Yeah, if you've been on the internet at all the last few days, it has blown up. There's other apps like it, but it is an artificial intelligence app. It takes your selfies basically and kind of makes you anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people are superheroes. And I shouldn't say it's like it's physically like drawing these people out into different characters. It's weird. It is. It isn't. What it really does is take the face and I feel like it like changes your clothes.
Yeah.
But it makes you look freaking awesome. I can't explain it better than that.
Well, I think what makes it look awesome is because it's you, and
Yeah.
everyone's obsessed with like, okay, that's a cool oil painting of me. That's
Yes.
cool, and that Victorian jacket or whatever. Like, but it's also like you, so like everyone's obsessed.
So
kind of
yeah.
with that. So I think that's something that is appealing.
The ground appealing thing, the ground line of the appeal of it. And it's true, some people are just like, because there's been other apps that just kind of make your selfies look cool, like
Yeah.
cartoon versions of you.
Right.
But this
They
one's
give you
a
the
little,
Disney one or
This one's a
whatever.
little different. Because you're uploading 20 pictures of yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and the software, the algorithm or whatever, is like figuring out like just measurements of your face.
Yeah.
And then basically it's making new pictures.
Right.
And so when you start understanding what the capability and what it's doing, it's like, oh yeah, that's fun. I'm gonna get a cool selfie. But yeah, that's all it can do now. Like, right, actually, it was generating pictures almost like waist below. I think it was even showing my feet. So the more you gave it, the more it was like not just a picture of me. It was like me in a place.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think it's getting closer to me in a place like moving. So it's almost becoming a movie generator app. So I think when people see it as like just another selfie generating
Yeah.
thing, I saw a lot of posts like that. So who's paying like $6 just to get another selfie?
Yeah.
Like, that's not what's interesting about it. What's interesting about it is like I can go and take very specific pictures of myself because after doing it a couple times, I'm realizing what kind of images it's making.
Yeah.
And I say I really want to make this image for like a short film I'm making, and I'm the actor in this short film, and I want it to look like this for the poster.
Yeah.
You know, once I take a couple pictures and use this software, I might get a really great, like exactly what I want for this image, and no one's really gonna know. I'm like, oh, was that AI, or did I actually make? That's what it's gonna turn into.
Yeah.
So I think people are just playing around right now because it's just the very, very beginning. So the weird anti opinion of it, I think it's just like it's like a little game to play right now.
I think just people are burnt. Like, I feel like they've been burnt by it. By like, okay, let me put all my
Okay.
information into
Yes.
it. How are they gonna fuck me over? Like, how are they going to steal my information? How are
Yeah.
they going to do
And
this?
I think a lot
how
of
are they
apps
going to
support-
Pokemon Go me and see where I am all the time and all of that? Like, are they going to do that and then say that whatever? Is
Yeah.
that the biggest pushback against that?
I mean, I've seen that push it back, but it's funny. I've really seen more or less people are over the selfie thing. Like it's like a and I guess I didn't see it that way, and I don't think a lot of people are seeing it that way yet until it gets a little bit better and it starts being able to do groups of people and putting you into places. I mean, but they already have that software out there.
Yeah.
It's just not on your phone as an app.
Yeah.
Right now, you gotta use a couple different apps and then combine it with some editing tools and then generate that from like Unreal Engine or Blender or one of those new apps out there. But we're literally like, it almost feels like we're more less than like a year away to just like hitting a button, and it's going to generate like little short films. It might be 7-second films at first, you know, like we used to watch when the internet was brand new and people would make those.
Yeah.
Like, but it's getting close.
Well, we were talking about that the last time you were on about like, okay, do the pink elephant playing Monopoly or whatever the hell it was that we were talking about. Like just saying what we want, and then generating it. Now we're going to say, I want me to be in this, riding a unicorn, flying over Phoenix. I don't know why the fuck I picked Phoenix, but like any Southwest city, I guess, Shay. You know, it could be Santa Fe. Who knows?
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
whatever it is, you can just type this in, and now immediately you have it. Or you could have a 7-second video, or soon enough you can do whatever, probably.
So that's what's interesting. So the two softwares that I brought up before was DALL-E 2 and Midjourney. And anyone can jump in and start using them right now. And you're right, it's just text to image. So you just kind of type what you think, and it gives you that. And that's actually very similar technology that's using in the Lensa app. Just it's now taking in your image and doing similar things. Now, what's crazy why this is all happening, like all of a sudden, is like one company, basically one or two companies went open source with their software.
Okay.
And a bunch of people were just like, well, hell, I'm just going to make an app.
Yeah.
And they just take that software. Some of them, seriously, they're just putting like their branding over it. And like, okay, we got a new face, whatever app or whatever. And so it's super easy, which is really cool because that's like that's how you innovate and get better, you know? So, and that's how AI works. It's like, well, we made this and it kind of can do this. Let's everyone play with it, you know? And this is going to be a face app, and this is a text to image app. And now we got video editing app. I think I just made one today for fun, and all it really did was kind of just rewind and pause the video to the beat of the song. It did it correctly, though.
Yeah.
So but it was not even less than a year ago that this stuff was not even there to play with, and now it's there. So I think next year it's really going to be hitting hard.
What is the long-term goal, do you think?
There is no goal. It's just everyone's just in the moment.
Just
consuming.
as a product to sell.
You're just constantly consuming things, and what's going to happen is just reality is just going to start to blur. It's not going to be like, oh, I'm in the world right now, and then I'm going to go in VR and put these huge goggles on. It's not going to happen that way. We're already blurred. You know, you're already on social media looking into it.
Yeah.
You know, one day you're just going to be like, oh crap. Oh, I'm in VR. I'm in the wrong world today. I wanted to go to the real coffee shop, not the fake coffee shop.
Oh, I feel like
Silly
that's
me.
setting up something bad. Though.
Yeah.
It sounds so bad. Like, oh, well, I'm sorry I murdered my family. I thought I was in a VR or whatever.
Man, I mean, yeah, that's going to be someone's excuse.
Don't record that sound drop. I didn't say it.
I thought I was in VR. Remember that? This is not the exact same, but there was
That should
that
be the
guy
new plea. Like, I plead insanity because I thought I was.
There was that guy who didn't have any legs, and he basically pled that he couldn't kill her because he.
Oh, Blade Runner.
Yeah, but then he actually used
Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah. I know that's not the exact same, but you know, that's what I'm thinking. Like just weird excuses. I thought I was. Well, people have like murdered someone in their sleep. And they said it was like sleepwalking, or I don't think I think they were lying.
Yeah,
but that was their excuse that they killed someone in their sleep. Yeah,
That's wild.
Shay, you need a lawyer like that to get you out of this
yeah.
car.
Back to your lawyer, right?
Right. I have to chop my legs off to get a good lawyer.
Yeah, say it happened in the accident. You'll be good to go, man. The
I
general
honestly
will
should've
cover
told
that.
her,
We can
but I was in
manipulate the video, all right, with this AI tools. Get
There
you
you go.
in the car. You're injured, and then we show that at trial.
Shay, we can get you a neck brace,
And the
man.
only reason why I said I wasn't is because I was just knocked unconscious, didn't even remember.
Yep, didn't remember.
Last thing I remembered, I was in my
got it.
house.
Don't even remember killing your family after.
It's, right.
Right, that's full circle, man.
This just gets real
There we
gruesome
go,
real quick,
man.
right?
You know what? Zach is here, so I want to talk about our beers real quick. We can touch on these real fast, and then we're going to take a break and come back with Zach. There we go. Perfect. You know what, Shay, I'm going to let you go first, as always, because we love the way you have to break down your wonderful local beer. That's also buying time so I can hit this slide.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. This
Our
is called,
wonderful, delicious,
Can I do
local
it?
hitchhiker beer.
Can I do it?
Yes.
I was waiting for a sound drop.
Yeah, I just wanted you to sound dumb.
It's called Press Project. It's a pickup hitchhiker. It's really good. It's smoothie sour with peach, guava, passion fruit, milk sugar, and vanilla. It's super delicious. I didn't look to see what the percentage was. Oh, it's 7%. It's 7%. It's really, really good. It still has a beer taste. Sour taste is very minimum, which is nice because it's a really good aftertaste. But the milk sugar, I feel like I'm into it.
Shay.
Yeah.
You have come so far in a year, man. I'm so proud of the way you're talking about some of this stuff, man. Even if you don't know what you're talking about, you sound like you do, and that's 98% of it.
That
is
so
it
true.
is. So that means a lot to me.
Go on with the milk sugar, please.
Yeah, no, it's delicious. I'm really into it.
You like what style do you like now? Because going into it, you don't like any.
God.
You might have had a seltzer. I feel like you're kind of a sour kind.
Yeah, I definitely like sour. Sour's really good. The last couple sours you've gotten me have been delicious because it leaves it a super good aftertaste.
Oh, yeah.
Like what's sitting in my mouth right now is nice.
Yeah,
Obviously.
Hi-yo.
That's a sound.
So
ruffles.
yeah, no, it's good. It's really good. I don't know what I would prefer. Like if my thing is I probably wouldn't be able to go out and buy a beer on my own. I'd call you and be like, here I am. This is what I see. What do I get? Because you always get me a good beer. Which I wouldn't have usually said that when I first started. It was like Fireball and water.
Yeah, Shay. That's what I'm
Only.
saying, man. You've come a far way.
Fireball and
A
water.
All
long
thanks
way.
to you, Chris.
A far way.
All
yeah.
thanks to you.
Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear it. Dustin, we have a beer this month for you. Hopefully won't break you out in hives. So what do we have this month?
This is. I don't want to like knock the other beer, but I guess I technically am. This is better than last time's. I don't remember what last time was.
I don't remember what last time was either.
I was.
You
this
really
is-
liked the last. I don't remember what it was, but I remember.
I remember,
liked
yeah,
it.
because it didn't make me allergic. That's basically
The
what
first one
Yeah.
I gave you was Aurochs, and I think it was a hazy IPA.
Okay.
And then I can't remember what I gave you last
I
month.
And that was a
Remember last
lager.
It was a lager. I can't
Yeah.
remember what it was.
That's
It was like
easily
Grist House or
drink.
something like that. But now this is back to Aurochs. This is a local. This is right on 65 Ohio River Boulevard. For the people local to Bellevue,
one's
just go
good.
right down the street, man.
Do you have any more? Because I literally stopped myself so I could take this shot. Like otherwise I would have crushed this. So.
Wow, I'm glad to hear that. You sound like you like that a lot more than the other one.
Oh yeah, I could because I think by the end of the other one I was feeling like it was like a burning feeling. I always talk about how I'm about to die on these. I have no idea what's wrong
What's
with me.
the
I
percentage
apologize.
on that one?
It's a good question.
What's it called?
4.5.
4. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's another Aurochs. I think all Aurochs, they do all gluten free.
I'm really digging the logo too.
Yeah.
Like, that's a really good, strong logo.
Do you ever see
can
anything
really
about an
see
Auroch?
those.
Just a side note, I remember watching something on the History Channel. Aurochs are like giant bulls. They're like huge ones. But apparently they found like bones of it in like, I don't know, Italy or something like that. But
Are
like,
they normal size bones?
no, they're huge, man. They're like giant bulls.
Oh.
But I think they were extinct in, I don't know how long. Like right when Jonathan the tortoise was coming around. Like it's been a while.
He fucking,
That's super
he fucking
interesting.
took over.
Yeah.
He took over.
He took over.
he
They
gets
passed the
better and
torch,
better.
man. The Aurochs passed it on to Jonathan. Here we are today, man.
200
Beautiful.
years later.
I'm going to talk about my beer, if that's all right with you, Shay.
No. Oh. I thought you were gonna talk to
Fuck me. I have the Void, not just my soul, Shay, with you
I
around.
needed that one.
The Void. Now, what's interesting about this one, it's from 11th Hour Brewing, but it's also teaming up with Elmatic Artisan Ales, which I believe is from Ohio. It's a New England style IPA, 5.6%. Now, Shay, we're going to go over, we'll rate all of our beers, and like I said, we'll take a break and come right back with Zach. But going into this, Shay, you know the Guy Fieri flavor ranking system. If you had to rank your beer, which you do, what are you going with?
I'm going out of bounds.
You're going out of bounds.
I'm going out of bounds. I almost went Flavor Town for the sole fact that I'm
it is
extremely
out of bounds.
excited that my beer is the highest percent.
Yeah.
But like if I'm going based off of taste, I'm going out of bounds.
Out of bounds, ladies and gentlemen.
it is out of bounds.
Dustin. Aurochs Blonde Ale.
This is the part where I was saying, like, what are the rules? I don't remember.
Okay. So gangster for the Guy Fieri Richter scale for the people just listening for the first time now, and the live audience.
There it is.
There we go.
There you go.
Level 1, we have gangster. Level
gang-
2, we have out of bounds.
Yeah.
Level 3 is shut the front door, and for the pinnacle, we have Flavor Town. Now, like I say every single week, think of it as a Michelin star. We're not bashing any of these beers; they're all very good, or I wouldn't have them on. But there is a hierarchy of how good they are. And Shay, like you said, yours is
it is out of bounds.
which is a 2-star.
Yes. Which is still super delicious.
So yeah, so now we're back to me, right?
We're back to you,
Okay.
Dustin.
You get, sometimes you look at me, I'm like, my turn. Like, yeah, so I don't know what I gave the last one, but we're doing the Flavor Town
Welcome to Flavor Town.
Wow,
on this one.
you're going
here, 'cause
Flavor
it's-
Town, man.
It is tasty.
Flavor
Real
Town.
tasty. Once again,
Don't
I love
finish
the
it,
logo.
Dustin. Don't drink it all.
I'm trying not to.
What do you think? Let me ask you this: what do you think about the matte cans? Because you see all these craft beer ones, no gloss cans anymore, all matte,
No.
man.
Is that a price thing, you think, or is that just trendy?
I think it's
think
like a visual thing. Like,
If
I think
anything,
it's
I feel like it would almost
aesthetically
be
pleasing.
more expensive because you see the old ones, like the old Coors Light, Bud Light, all the domestic ones. They're still in that like aluminum can thing.
Yeah.
The glossy one, man. These ones, you
Yeah,
see
but the
this
matte
one,
ones,
you
it
see all the
makes
other
them
ones.
stand out.
But I
from
think
Exactly.
what it
Exactly.
is they have all these generic gray cans that they do under, and then they just take the label that go on it. Like I feel like they just buy these in bulk because this is
Oh,
the
yeah.
same gray can for every 16
Oh,
ounce
100%.
can.
Oh,
yeah,
and then they just throw it
absolutely.
on.
Yeah, you
So
want to be
must
that
what it
company.
is.
You want to be the.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold up, dance number here.
Shay's doing a dance.
Hey.
There we go.
Hey.
Oh, you gotta watch the
I
show
like
because
how it's
Shay's
the
cleavage
camera.
just got
the
right up and
camera's
back.
ringing. You know what's funny?
Whatever,
I have
man.
a camera at the studio. It rings like that, and my guest did the same thing once. I was like, you don't understand.
I have to take a break now because I'm no longer.
Shay, you're fine. I'm gonna talk about my beer, and then you're gonna
over.
and then you're gonna be done.
It's over
Okay.
now.
My beer this week, I have the Void, like I said, from Elmatic. And 11th Hour. 11th Hour always has some super good beer. But like you, Shay, I think this week I'm going.
I mean, it is out of bounds.
It's pretty good. Not my fave. It's 5.6. It's better than some of the ones I've had. I hold New England IPAs to a higher scale, so I think I dropped them a little bit. But it's very good. It's cool seeing like a collaboration between two breweries. Shay is giving me a death stare. So we're gonna
I
take
know
a
because we have to mute my phone. I'm so sorry.
we're gonna take a break. Shay, people are listening to this. Nobody fucking watches it live, okay? So just focus on that,
I
man.
mean, they're
It's an
even-
audio
they're hearing the
podcast.
dinging in the background too. I can't. It's. I'm just really popular.
You're
I
overthinking